Hello guys, welcome back to Empower Tutorials. This is your master teacher Dr. Sona. Yes, I'm back with another MCQ session on our channel. Like I told you all in the last session that we have now come up with these MCQ sessions as well. All these while we were doing all the theory kind of lectures. But now you see there is a certain change in the pattern of your exams and everything in the schools owing to this pandemic that is still going on. So yes, we have come up with new MCQ sessions as well on the YouTube. So if you all have not liked and shared the channel yet, please go to YouTube, like, share and subscribe the channel, and do put in your comments as to which videos you want more on any certain topics that you all wish to. So yes, today I'm here for another session on MCQs, and this time it's for chemistry. So let's get started and let's see what all new things we get to learn. Yeah. So now coming to the first chapter of chemistry that we have, that is chemical reactions and equations. So today we'll be talking about all the, in short, we'll be discussing about all the chemical the type of reactions that we have seen, how these equations are formed, what products are formed, what is the raw material used and what are the products formed, in what given situation that these products are formed. So yes, let's get started. Going ahead with the first one. Which of the following is a displacement reaction? Okay, now before we go ahead with this first one, we need to know there are certain types of reactions, okay, that we have studied. So there is displacement reaction, there is double displacement reaction, there is combustion reaction, there is decomposition reaction, and many such more reactions. There is combination reaction, there is a general acid-base reaction that happens. So these are all the different types of reactions that we have studied in the chapter. So please go through all these reactions, and if not more, you all should know what these reactions are in short, and you all should at least know one example of each. Okay, why I'm saying one example? Because एक example आप लोगों को पता होगा ना, तो you all will know कि which product gets displaced where and why it is called a displacement reaction. For example, if you're talking about displacement, right? So similarly, go through all the types of reactions and study one example in detail nicely and understand exactly होता क्या है वो type के reaction. Okay, so now here, which of the following is a displacement reaction? Okay, so now here the answer to our question is the second one, where sodium combines with water to form sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. ठीक है, अब यहाँ क्या हो रहा है? See, sodium is getting displaced, right? Sodium is getting displaced here and it's forming its bond with OH, that is sodium hydroxide. Now see the first reaction, इसमें कुछ displacement नहीं हो रहा है, इसमें सिर्फ एक product है, उसका breakup हो रहा है, correct? यहाँ पे दो products है. This is product A which is forming B and C. This is product A and B which is forming product C. This is again product A which is forming A, B and C. तो यहाँ पे दो products नहीं है जिसके बीच में कुछ interchange हो रहा है या कुछ displace हो रहा है. Like if you have AB and if you have CD, तो यहाँ का A यहाँ के C के साथ place interchange कर रहा है. That is basically what is displacement. ठीक है? So now that is what we are seeing in the second reaction that is happening here. So the second point or the second option is the answer to this, because sodium is displacing to form sodium hydroxide. Okay. Yes. Next one. Magnesium ribbon is rubbed before burning because it has a coating of. Okay. Now for this you need to know that magnesium ribbon has a coating of magnesium carbonate. Okay. It actually does not have a layer of carbonate. It is basically magnesium oxide, the layer which is there on the ribbon. Okay, so यहाँ पे actually जो answer दिया है, this is wrong. Okay, the answer to this is basic magnesium oxide. It is not carbonate. Please keep in mind the answer is not A. The answer is magnesium oxide. Okay. So now why this oxide layer is given? Basically oxide layer is given as a protection. Okay, but जब हमको इसको burn करना होता है, तो this oxide layer only plays a protective role and does not let burning happen. That is why we have to rub the ribbon so that वो oxide layer वहां से निकल जाए and then the magnesium ribbon can be burnt. Okay, are we clear with this? So it is the basic magnesium oxide जिसका layer होता है magnesium ribbon पे. Okay, which we have to rub so that that layer goes off and the burning can happen. Yes, next one. Which of the following statements given in the reaction are correct? Okay, now here we have Fe, that is iron, which is combining with water to form FeO, and hydrogen gas is liberated. Okay, now what exactly is happening over here? Okay, first one is iron metal is getting oxidized. Correct. Now iron metal ka to oxidation ho raha hai, iron metal is taking place in the reaction. So this point is okay, valid. Let's keep it in mind. Next. Second one, water is getting reduced, water is acting as a reducing agent, and water is acting as an oxidizing agent. Okay. Now, firstly, again, coming back to basics, what is oxidation and reduction? What is oxidation? So, oxidation is the gain of oxygen. Reduction is the loss of oxygen. And उल्टा अगर देखोगे, तो reduction is the gain of hydrogen and oxidation is the loss of hydrogen. ठीक है. अब यहाँ क्या हो रहा है बताओ. ये water है. उसके बाद यहाँ जब आ रहे हो आप, तो water का क्या हो रहा है? Water is losing its oxygen. देखो, यहाँ पे H2O है, यहाँ से ऑक्सीजन निकल रहा है और यहाँ हाइड्रोजन गैस बन रहा है, मतलब इट्स लूजिंग इट्स ऑक्सीजन, मतलब क्या हो रहा है? रिडक्शन हो रहा है. करेक्ट. वाटर इज गेटिंग रिड्यूस्ड, सो आयन मेटल इज गेटिंग ऑक्सीडाइज्ड, ये भी करेक्ट है. सी नाउ आयन इज Fe, यहाँ पे FeO हो रहा है, मतलब इट इज गेनिंग ऑक्सीजन. करेक्ट. सो आयन मेटल इज गेटिंग ऑक्सीडाइज्ड इज आल्सो करेक्ट. वाटर इज गेटिंग रिड्यूस्ड इज आल्सो करेक्ट. नाउ नेक्स्ट, वाटर इज एक्टिंग एज अ रिड्यूसिंग एजेंट. ओके, अब वाटर अगर खुद रिड्यूस हो रहा है, that means it cannot act as a reducing agent, it is going to act as a oxidizing agent. Correct. It is very obvious. See, first दो options जब correct समझ में आ जाएंगे ना, तो third and fourth automatically will get into your brains. Okay, because water is getting reduced, so it is going to act as a oxidizing agent. So that means the fourth point is correct. अभी हमारे हिसाब से कौन से statements correct थे? First, second and fourth. देखो option में है कहीं first, second, fourth. C here. So option C is the correct answer. First, second and fourth. ठीक है. अभी clear with this? Okay. चलो, going ahead. Which of the following are exothermic processes? Okay. Now, firstly, what is endothermic and what is exothermic? Very basics of the chemical reactions. You all should be knowing about this. Exothermic is where energy is given out. Energy or heat is liberated. Endothermic is where heat energy is taken in the reaction. ठीक है. So, यहाँ which are the processes which are exothermic? Yes, reaction of water with quicklime, dilution of an acid, next is evaporation of water, and next is sublimation of camphor. ठीक है. अभी evaporation of water, you have taken water, ठीक है, उसको आप heat जब दोगे तब उसका evaporation होगा. Correct. That means reaction में heat involve हो रहा है, heat is taken in, that means it is endothermic. Same is with sublimation. Sublimation भी it goes out in the gas form, but it is because of heat. Heat ले आ जाता है अंदर. Correct. So the correct answer to this is the first and the second one, which are exothermic processes. So the answer is option A, in which first and second option both are given, where heat energy is given out. It is not taken inside the reaction. Okay, next, oxidation is a process which involves, we have just seen this, it involves addition of oxygen and removal of hydrogen. Correct. The opposites, we have just seen this. What is oxidation and reduction? Okay, again same type of question. The process of reduction involves, reduction में क्या होता है? Addition of hydrogen होता है. B is the correct answer. Correct. That's it. ठीक है? Okay. Next, 3 beakers labeled as A, B, C, each containing 25 ml of water were taken. A small amount of sodium hydroxide, anhydrous copper sulfate, and sodium chloride were added to the beakers A, B, and C respectively. It was observed that there was an increase in the temperature of the solution in the beakers A and B, whereas in C the temperature falls, which is correct. अभी A और B में temperature increase हो रहा है. Temperature increase हो रहा है मतलब क्या हो रहा है? Heat is being taken inside. Correct. So that means A और B में क्या हो रहा है? Yes, that means A और B में exothermic process हो रहा है, right? Because heat is giving, endothermic means heat is taken inside, exothermic means it is given outside. So now temperature is increasing in A and B. That means heat हो रहा है, right? Heat बाहर निकल रहा है, जिसकी वजह से temperature increase हो रहा है. So that means A और B में exothermic हो रहा है, और इसका exactly opposite है, मतलब C में endothermic हो रहा है. Correct? In beaker C, endothermic process has occurred. So it is option 1 and 4. So yeah, it is option number C, that is 1 and 4. Okay, got it? Yes, going ahead. Given the ratio in which hydrogen and oxygen are present in water by volume. Okay, what is water? H2O. Simple. 2 is hydrogen, 1 is oxygen. Ratio is 2:1. Option number C. Okay? Yes, going ahead. Which of the following statements are true? Exposure of silver chloride to sunlight for a long duration turns gray due to. Very simple, it should just click into your head. Silver chloride है, मतलब silver की वजह से gray होगा. and silver turns into gray when जब उसका decomposition होता है. Okay, so it is the answer to this should be formation of silver by the decomposition of silver chloride. ठीक है, AgCl है, उसका decomposition जब होगा तो Ag will be formed because of which the solution or the thing turns gray. ठीक है, there is going to be nothing related to chlorine gas and all, so please do not get confused. So answer is 1 only. The first point is the correct answer. Yes, going ahead, manganese oxide plus hydrogen chloride forming water plus chloride. Identify the substance oxidized. अभी बताओ oxidized कौन सा substance oxidize हो रहा है? Oxidation किसका हो रहा है यहाँ पे? What is oxidation? We just saw gain of oxygen. Oxygen gain कहाँ हो रहा है? यहाँ हो रहा है, right? So that means HCl is being oxidized. Correct? See, MnO में से O निकल रहा है, मतलब इसका reduction हो रहा है. ठीक है? See guys, there are very basic terms, okay, that you need to know: oxidation, reduction, decomposition, endothermic, exothermic. ऐसे basic points, terminologies अगर आपको पता होंगे ना, तो you all will not have any problem facing these MCQs. Just basics should click your head and you will be good with these MCQs. Okay? Yes, going ahead. Substance X is used in the whitewashing and is obtained by heat limestone in the absence of air. Identify X. Yes, what is X going to be? We have studied about this earlier also. It is bleaching powder, right? We have studied about this reaction earlier as well. Limestone in the presence of heat will turn into quicklime, and then when quicklime combines with water again in the presence of heat will form slaked lime, and then slaked lime with the chlorine gas in the presence of heat will form bleaching powder, which is CaOCl2. ठीक है, अभी X, we are talking about the product X, the first product. ठीक है, जिसके presence में X is obtained by heating limestone. Okay, limestone किसके साथ हम heat कर रहे हैं? ये limestone है. This is being heated, right? So it's forming what? CaO. Correct? So the answer to this is CaO, calcium oxide. This is in the absence of air. Okay? Yeah, going ahead. When silver Ag is exposed to air, it gets a black coating is always of sulfur. So it's going to be Ags when it forms sulfate, sulfur, B, option B. Okay? Ags. Going ahead, which of the following is an endothermic process? See, again we are coming to the same type of questions. Endothermic, जहाँ heat चाहिए होता है reaction में, okay? Where heat is utilized in the reaction. So dry ice का sublimation, we just saw, right? Sublimation में heat is going to be taken inside, so it is going to be sublimation. Okay, in the double displacement reaction between the aqueous potassium iodide and lead nitrate, a yellow precipitate of lead iodide is formed. While performing activity, if that is not available, if lead iodide is not available, which of the following can be used in place of lead nitrate? Now, lead nitrate की जगह पे हम क्या use कर सकते हैं? तो just keep in mind it is the lead acetate, okay, which is going to be playing the same functional role as that of the lead nitrate. ठीक है, तो अगर lead nitrate is not available, then it is going to be the lead acetate that is going to be used in the double displacement reaction. Just keep this in mind. Double displacement है, उसमें क्या क्या involve हो रहे हैं products? पोटेशियम आयोडाइड का reaction है with lead nitrate, and lead nitrate की जगह पे हम lead acetate भी use कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, are we clear with this? Yes. Now going ahead. What type of chemical reactions take place when electricity is passed through water? Yes, क्या होता है बताओ? Electricity, we have studied this reaction, right? It is basically nothing but electrolysis of water, where electricity is used and breaking of water is taking place. So क्या होता है उसमें? Does anything get displaced? No. कुछ combine होता है दो चीजें? No. Next is decomposition and next is double displacement. Displacement तो है नहीं, तो forget double displacement also. So yes, so just remember this is a very, very, very important statement. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. अब यहाँ पे क्या decompose हो रहा है? Water से जब current pass हो रहा है, it is going to form hydrogen gas and oxygen gas. So it is the decomposition of water that is taking place in the presence of current. Okay, just put this in your head. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. इससे related MCQs definitely आएंगे. Okay, so keep this in mind. Going ahead, select the oxidizing agent for the following reaction. H2S plus I2, that is hydrogen sulfide plus iodide, forming hydrogen iodide plus sulfur. So यहाँ पे oxidizing agent क्या है? Shouldn't it be iodide? Yes, iodide is getting oxidized, right? So yes, it is getting oxidized, or it is becoming the oxidizing agent. It is actually getting reduced, right? It is getting combined with hydrogen. मतलब हाइड्रोजन वो यूज ले रहा है, मतलब क्या हो रहा है? आयोडाइड का रिडक्शन हो रहा है. अगर आयोडाइड का रिडक्शन हो रहा है, so it is going to act as an oxidizing agent. Just remember this. जो प्रोडक्ट का खुद का रिडक्शन होगा, that will act as oxidizing agent, और जिसका खुद का ऑक्सीडेशन होगा, that will act as a reducing agent. ठीक है? Yes, going ahead. A substance added to food containing fats and oils is called, you should know this, ये सब जो packed वाले foods रहते हैं, all this is always written on all those foods, it is known as antioxidant. ठीक है? Packed foods पे all this is going to be present because it contains a lot of fats and oils. Yes, the condition produced by aerial oxidation of fats and oils in foods marked by foul smell and taste is called as, unpleasant smell and taste is called as, yes, it is known as rancidity. Yes, corrosion to we know that is in terms of metals, तो उसका इधर food से कोई भी लेना देना नहीं. What is rancidity? These kind of packed foods that we are talking about ना, जिसमें fats, oils and all of this होता है, तो if you keep them over a long period of time ना, उसकी वजह से क्या होता है? Because of aerial oxidation, that means because of the presence of air, उसके अंदर जो fats and oils रहते हैं, उसका oxidation होने लगता है. Because उसका oxidation होने लगता है, so what happens is they start to taste little sour, एक unpleasant सा, एक foul सा, एक smell आने लगता है उसमें से. So that process which happens now because of aerial oxidation is known as rancidity. Okay, rancid basically means a sour kind of thing. Okay, so because there is an unpleasant smell and taste, that thing is known as rancidity. Okay, see here we are back again. Electrolysis of water is a decomposition reaction. The mole ratio of hydrogen and oxygen gases liberated during electrolysis of water is, we have just seen this, it is 2:1 H2O. Okay, yes. When SO2 gas is passed through the saturated solution of H2S, which reaction occurs? Yes, let's see the reaction. SO2 with H2S. क्या फॉर्म होगा? S will get combined or S will get liberated and H2O will form. H2O water form होगा and H2 sulfur gas will be liberated. Second वाला देखो reaction क्या हो रहा है? SO is combining with H2S to form H2O and 3S. अभी इसमें देखो, इसमें तो reaction balanced ही नहीं है. ठीक है? Same thing is with this. Reaction is in balance. So what you have to do in these kind of questions, now you have to check two things. Firstly, जो आपके रॉ प्रोडक्ट्स हैं, जो आपके रॉ मटेरियल्स हैं, उससे जो प्रोडक्ट्स बन रहे हैं, आर दे करेक्ट और नॉट? मतलब ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए कि आपके रॉ मटेरियल्स में हाइड्रोजन है ही नहीं और प्रोडक्ट्स में हाइड्रोजन लिबरेट हो रहे हैं. कहाँ से आ रहा है हाइड्रोजन? ठीक है, तो कीप these kind of things in mind. First thing, that the raw material should be equal to the products. First thing is this. Secondly, the reaction should be balanced. इधर 2 ऐसे और प्रोडक्ट्स में 4 ऐसे आ गए, कहाँ से आए? So that way it should not happen. It should be a balanced reaction and it should be a correct reaction. The products which are liberated should be correct. ठीक है? So yes, so the answer to this is the first reaction. This is balanced also. अभी देखो इसमें कितने S है? एक इधर है, 2 इधर है. So 3S is liberated. How many H are there? 4 and 2 oxygen. So yeah, here also you have 4H and 2 oxygen. ठीक है? So it's a balanced reaction. चलो, going ahead. Next. Name the products formed when iron fillings are heated with dilute hydrochloric acid. Okay, Fe is treated with HCl. Here you are. When Fe is treated with HCl, it will form FeCl3. FeCl3 means iron chloride, which is with 3. Okay, so that is known as iron 3 chloride plus hydrogen gas is liberated. So the answer is Fe3 chloride. Okay, just remember this. Next. When lead is treated with copper chloride, it forms lead chloride plus copper. Now this is the reaction of we have just seen this kind of a reaction. The first वाला जो था, सबसे first MCQ जो हमारा था सोडियम वाला, उसमें भी सोडियम डिस्प्लेस हो रहा था, राइट? तो यहाँ पे कॉपर डिस्प्लेस हो रहा है. So this is a reaction. This is an example of displacement reaction. ठीक है? Yes. Which of the following gases can be used for storage? CO2 or oxygen, nitrogen or oxygen, CO2 or helium or nitrogen. Now, storage. Otherwise, तो चलो तुमको समझ में नहीं आएगा. Two classic examples when you're talking about gas and storage. These examples should by default come into your head. First one is balloon. We fill air into the balloon. Balloon में storage होता है air का, correct? So that is which gas? That is helium gas. दूसरा storage is जो dry ice रहता है. What is dry ice? It is nothing but nitrogen. Now, what is dry ice? There is ice creams and all of these fridge wale products are kept in dry ice. So dry ice is nothing but the nitrogen gas which is used for storage. मतलब all these things if you keep in the nitrogen gas which is known as dry ice, तो उसमें these products do not melt. Okay, so that is why remember these two classic examples. Helium and nitrogen are the gases which are used for storage. ठीक है? Okay. A dilute ferrous sulfate solution was gradually added to the beaker containing acidified permanganate solution. The light purple color of the solution fades and finally disappears. Which of the following is the correct explanation for the observation? Now, in this reaction, you need to know कि oxidation किसका हो रहा है, reduction किसका हो रहा है. Okay, so now see what is happening. Potassium permanganate का क्या हो रहा है? Light purple is disappearing. Potassium permanganate ka purple color is disappearing. So what is exactly happening is there is oxygen ferrous sulfate ka solution hai, theek hai? So there what exactly is happening, oxygen is getting added to ferrous sulfate. Oxygen ka addition ho raha hai, matlab kya ho raha hai, ferrous sulfate ka oxidation ho raha hai, it is getting oxidized. So you know that ferrous sulfate agar oxidize ho raha hai तो it cannot act as oxidizing agent. तो ये तो options ही wrong हो जाते हैं. So when ferrous sulfate is getting oxidized, okay, into the reaction, that means अगर एक oxidize हो रहा है तो दूसरा मतलब क्या act करेगा? Yes, FeSO4 is getting oxidized, so it is going to act as a reducing agent. That means potassium permanganate is going to act as an oxidizing agent. Are we clear? Don't get confused, guys, between oxidation जिसका हो रहा है ना, that will act as a reducing agent to the other product. It is opposite, so keep this in mind. Okay, next. In which of the chemical reactions the abbreviations represent the correct states of the reactants and products involved at reaction temperature? अभी देखो ये hydrogen liquid में, oxygen liquid में, water gaseous state में. So these in brackets जो दिए हैं, these are the states of matter. Hydrogen in gaseous, oxygen in liquid, water in liquid. उसका correct क्या होना चाहिए? Hydrogen is also gaseous, oxygen is also gaseous, and water is liquid. ठीक है? So that is the correct answer, option C. Okay, yes, going ahead. The addition of oxygen to a substance is called oxidation and removal is called reduction. अब ये उल्टा. Addition of hydrogen is called reduction and removal of hydrogen is called oxidation. Precipitation reactions produce insoluble salts, right? Yes, they produce insoluble salts. Reactions in which energy is given out are known as exothermic. Yes, correct. Reactions in which element displaces another element from its compound is known as displacement reaction. Correct. Next is dash is the process in which metals are eaten up gradually by the action of air, moisture or chemical on their surface. Now, iska answer hai corrosion, which I previously told you that is a reaction which is happening on the metals. ठीक है? अभी आप if you imagine, now we have seen this like very recently in COVID times. कोई metal की चीज पे आप sanitizer लगाओ. Keep doing it for 2-3 days. Within 4-5 days, you will see corrosion taking place on the metal. ठीक है? तो क्या होता है? Because of the chemical and because of the action of air, उसका ऊपर का जो surface रहता है ना, that starts getting eaten up. So that process is known as corrosion. Okay, so corrosion is the process in which metals are eaten up gradually by the action of air, moisture, or a chemical on their surface. ठीक है? Next, ferrous sulfate forms ferrous oxide plus SO2 plus SO3. अभी टोटल O कितने हो जाते हैं? देखो इधर 2, इधर 3 और इधर 3. 3 और 3 6 और 2 8. Do we have 8 oxygen over here? Yes, reaction gets balanced. That's it. Now you don't need to learn these reactions कि fill in the blank में आएगा तो बस लिखना है. बैलेंस करो, पूरा रिएक्शन दिया हुआ है इसमें, बाकी सब बैलेंस है. 2 Fe है, इधर 2 Fe है, S2 है, इधर S है. देखो इधर S2 है, मतलब इधर एक ही S दिया है, मतलब इधर एक S आएगा. ऑक्सीजन इधर कितने हैं, 5 है, और इधर कितने 8 है. दैट मींस हियर 3 ऑक्सीजन will come, so the product will be SO3. Got it? Understood? Yes. Now going ahead, सोडियम सल्फेट प्लस बेरियम क्लोराइड. अब क्या फॉर्म होगा यहाँ पे, सोडियम हैज कंबाइंड विद क्लोरीन, तो बच्चा क्या, BaSO4. सो BaSO4 will be the product which will be formed, that is barium sulfate. ठीक है. Yes. Next, complete the missing components given as X and Y in the reaction. अच्छा ठीक है. ये lead nitrate is in the aqueous form and potassium chloride is in the, no, it is, yeah, no, it is potassium iodide, sorry, it is Ki. Potassium iodide is also in the aqueous form. Now lead iodide is in which form, यहाँ पे X दिया है, ठीक है. So lead iodide will be in which form, it will be in the solid form, and potassium nitrate will be in the aqueous form. ठीक है. Now this you need to know कि जो products form हो रहे हैं उनका form क्या होगा, this you need to know. Okay, coming to the next one. Copper is solid, then AgNO3 silver nitrate is aqueous, copper nitrate is aqueous, and what is the product which is going to be formed solid. अभी बताओ यहाँ बचता क्या है, कॉपर और नाइट्रेट फॉर्म हो गया, तो बचेगा क्या, Ag बचता है, तो Ag is going to be present, that is silver is going to be present in the solid form, Ag. Got it? Any doubts with respect to this, please put down in the comment section. And if you all want me to come up with more MCQs with this chapter, do let me know. I have basically covered all the basic types of say reactions हो गया, या जो main part है chapter का, all that has been covered. All the different types of reactions we have seen, endothermic, exothermic we have seen. Most important thing, kids, do not get confused between these. इससे related definitely MCQs आएंगे. Oxidation, oxidizing agent, reduction and reducing agent. ठीक है. Please study it well. Go through it nicely, go through the theory lectures and then go through these MCQ lectures. I'm sure you all will get a good hang on it. But still, if you all have any doubts, please feel free to ask me and put them down in the comment section. And I will see you all soon with another lecture. Tada, see you.